Hey everyone, I'm back. I wanted to tell you now, show you how I go about doing my application. So I have naked nails now, and before I'm just going to turn the camera around because I'm going to tell you what I did in the interim between the last removal video and this one. Just focus this a little bit. Okay. So I tell all of my customers that it's more important what you do to prepare your nails, that you should spend more time preparing your nails than you actually do putting your wraps on. So in between, I took my nails, my old wraps off. I used the remover to get off any residue from the adhesive. And then I pushed my cuticles back. I use this, that's a cuticle remover pen. I love this. It's really easy to use. You just twist it and you paint it on, let it set. I use the deluxe tool set. It's available over Black Friday in black as well. It comes in this nice kind of purple leather, faux leather case, and it has this spoon for scraping off and pushing back your cuticles and getting rid of all of your invisible cuticles, which I've done. Guys, can we use whisper voices, please? Thank you. And the orange stick is just, it doesn't come in there, but I have it. It has a glass file. Clippers, cuticle cutters, I hardly ever, oops, can't see. I hardly ever use these unless I have like a hangnail or something like that. And then some nice sharp scissors. So these are my go-to tools. And then once I've got my cuticles pushed back, I want to make sure that my hands are totally free of any grease. So I use Blue Dawn dish detergent. This is my trick. I have all of my customers wash not just your hands, but really get into like the sides, scrubbing the sides of your hands. If you're doing juniors, this is also really important to do because it gets off all the grease. Dry them. Last step. I don't do this every time, but I do use the strengthening base coat underneath my wraps. So you can see my nails have had Jamberry wraps on them for almost 2 years straight. I don't have any damage on my nails. They're nice and strong and they're long. There's also a smoothing base coat, which I think I'm going to get myself, that Crystal was just telling me about that she really likes. So being impressionable, now I have to get it as well. All right. And now I am ready to go. So and I also did one last wipe with an alcohol wipe over once the base coat was dry, just to make sure that my nails are totally, completely clean. So let me just refocus this a little bit down. I have a new tripod that I'm playing with, so bear with me. Okay. So the wraps I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to do some city lights because we're putting up our Christmas tree, and these remind me of that. And you can see they're on a clear back, so I'm going to kind of just hold it over my nail and see what size fits. So this would be too small for this one. Like you can kind of see on the side there'd be a gap showing, and no one's going to notice a small gap, but you want to make sure it's not touching skin, but at the same time you want to make sure that you have a good amount of coverage. So this is the right size for this nail. And what I'm going to do is just, using my sharp scissors, kind of pick it up. You can roll it a little bit, cut it. And especially with sparkle wraps, I'm not going to heat them for too long. So I'm just going to hold this. I've got my mini heater here. So I'm just going to see it just starts to curl just a little bit. And then I'm going to line it up with my cuticle. And if I have to reposition it really quickly, I can. And then I'm going to press all the way around the cuticle, down the center, and then to either side. And I like to use this little purple cuticle pusher for this piece. And if I need to put it back in the heat a little bit, I can do that. That's fine. And I'm just going to keep pushing this out until I have a nice, smooth application, sorry, with no bumps on the sides or at the tip. And it's important to know you have time, like you have a little bit of time to do this. A lot of times if you rush through, you end up with ripples, either because your nails weren't clean or you were just rushing. So like, this is something that I usually show people at vendor fairs, but you should know it too. So this is just a little extra thing. This is how much Jamberry wraps can stretch. Okay, oops, until they break. It's a lot of stretch. So you can stretch these wraps over the shape of your nails. You really can. And then one of my last tricks to make sure that it's sealed over the tip of my nail is to put it in a plastic bag like this. And then I hold it in front of the heater for just a few more seconds. And that will fold the wrap down over the edge of my nail. Okay? Hi, Margaret. Good to see you. So I'm going to do this one more time, and I'm going to do it on my ring finger with a clear wrap. Now, the reason I'm going to do clear is that I'm going to do a gel application on as my accent nail for this mani, and I don't want to have to deal with gel remover packets. So, because I want to try the sponge method using one of my sparkle gels, and I don't want to have to deal with the packets to take it off. So I'm going to put a clear wrap underneath so that when it's time to remove that gel, I can take it off just like I take off any other wrap. Okay. And then I'm going to put this in a baggie, seal it over my tips. And then you'll notice I'm not immediately filing these. So pretend, and that's because I wait for them to cool before I file them all off. So pretend that I've done my whole hand now. I use the Jamberry nail file. Any rough nail file will do. Let me back this up a little. This is hard to do two-handed. When you're filing down your wraps, you hold it 90 degrees perpendicular to your nail and go one direction, okay? And you have to use a good amount of pressure to actually cut the extra nail off. And if you angle it, you'll start to kind of take off the wrap at the tip, which is not what you want to do. And then you can use your glass file. The glass file is a lot smoother. You come back in with the glass file and really make it nice and smooth. And this is, you can go in multiple directions so that you don't have that jagged edge. So for the wraps, you don't have to put anything else on top. If you have the gel kit, at this point, if I wanted to put gel over the wraps to make them last even longer, I can do a base coat and then and cure it, and then a top coat and cure it. And that'll give me about an extra week or so on these wraps. But I'm going to finish with this manicure and post the finished product. I'm also going to see if I can do a live video of the sponge technique for TrueSign gel, and if I can get any other ones, oops, any of these little ones, hey guys, to be my models. Maybe I can do a video on how to apply on small hands as well. Look up, Natalie, say hi. No, look up, that's not, look, okay, never mind. All right, so I hope that was helpful, and I'll be back throughout the day. I don't know how long this is going to take me because we have a Christmas tree that definitely needs to get decorated, so I'll do a couple more videos throughout the day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.